Greatest song ever. Okay, good morning. Hooray! And welcome to another episode of Viva Cafe con Leche with Lori and Margarita. I am Dr. Lori Monaco. I am with Align Yourself Inc. I am the Badass Buddha. I am a transformational speaker and coach, and I also coach on mindfulness practice. And I am coming to you from beautiful Southern Connecticut. It is very mild here today, and it is sunny and lovely, so I can't wait to start the day. And my co-host.
Buenos días, namaste, mi gente. I am La Margarita, a spiritual and creative healing life coach. I am the creator of Cricket's Whisper, where with that, I have apparel, organic products, and my books. And I am your gladiator guru. Buenos días. Welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche.
That a girl for sharing that.
And I am coming to you from Sunshine State, Florida, Tampa.
Good morning, everybody, and good morning to Carmen. Carmen is watching already, so good morning, Carmen. We're glad you're here. And yeah, so Margie and I have discussed the fact that we both have businesses, and we're self-employed, and so it's important for us to share with all of you what we do as well, because we do offer services. So I'm glad you said all that. I'm glad that you're, the paintings, a lot of paintings that Margie has behind her or within her gallery, they're for sale. Or she could, right? You could probably even custom do. Somebody requested something, right?
And thank you for bringing that up. But I don't, Carmen says, good morning, greetings from Bridgeport. I love to hear Bridgeport. I don't really remake my paintings because they never come out the same. And because I am a creative healer and I heal through my paintings, whatever I paint, you get what you see, because I can't do commissions because it's not born from me. Like if you say, oh, can you do this and this color and that color, then I'm doing a job. I'm not working my healing sessions.
So you get what you get and you don't get upset.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
but that's okay. But that's what there's a lot of, that's what most famous artists are. They have their stuff and then people buy their stuff. So, there was, so Michelangelo made the statue of the David.
Uh-huh.
He made multiple Davids, and he made them over a period of years. And if you look at the David, from the first David that he made to the next one, they're all slightly different. And when you really pay attention, they actually matured with him. So this one looks
did the penis grow at all in any of the Davids?
The what? The penis grow.
Or were they all the same?
More coffee. That I don't know. They didn't seem to make a big stink about.
Frankie.
That's actually, you brought up a really good point, because there's a lot of even paintings where you see full frontal on the guys and you're thinking man, were they all that size back then? Because I'm so sorry, ladies, seriously, so sorry. I don't know.
Me either. But yeah,
because I think it would take away from the art, right? If the guy had an exceptionally large penis and you're looking at the artwork, you would only look at that. You wouldn't see anything else in the artwork, right? It would follow you around the room. When you hang it up, just like eyes, the penis would follow you around the room because it'd be so noticeable. I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to find that one painting. Hold on, I have it here. Good
morning, Ruthie. Good morning.
This one.
Yeah.
So I drew it, and so you can see how we can look from the outside like we're good, but if you look closer, you see all our scars,
Yeah, you're a big scar fan.
especially by the, and yeah, this is a self-portrait.
Do your nipples glow in gold like that too?
Sometimes it depends what kind of mood I'm in. Yeah, it shimmers.
Well, then it's understandable why you like to flash people. So that makes
There
perfect.
you go. There you go.
If
Hey,
I had golden nipples, I would probably want to like let everybody see them.
it's
As
all about sharing. It's all about sharing. Just like we like to share our taza de café every Tuesday and Thursday with everybody. Oh, what does it say?
That's the same one I had before. The best dreams happen when you're awake.
Okay, mine's is just a Frida Kahlo, which I love. Also, I want to remind everybody who's listening, um, elite bullies, right? It's my
We're
own
not remembering
small
the sponsor.
business.
That's nice.
Our
That's
Janice Torres from Elite Bullies. I know I'm missing something. I'm so sorry, honey. He has offered to give a $25 gift certificate to the person who during Tuesdays and Thursday shows likes and shares the most and comments and participates. But mostly liking and sharing us to your page so that we can get a broader audience. So we're ironing out the kinks as to how long we're gonna wait before we select the winner. So remember to launch a watch party, which is what I do. Share the video, like it, and comment. And let's see, let's get this going. $25 is $25.
say like I would say maybe a couple of weeks. Like we do it within a couple of weeks span and see who shares the most. You know, we really appreciate it if you would share it. We think that we have a lot to offer. Like we've got really good stuff to offer. We have a lot of great conversations. I want to say hi to Dara. Dara is on. Girl, she makes some fantastic jewelry. So you're in good company, Dara. There's a lot of jewelry makers that. Margarita is a jewelry maker. Our friend Lillian, who comes on a lot, she's a jewelry maker. So among other things that all of those lovely ladies do, including Dara. So so today's conversation. So let's do our little thing. So share your mug, right? Hashtag Taza de Cafe Challenge. And you can also share pictures of yourself with your mug or just you being awesome. And also tag hashtag Cafe Viva Cafe con Leche, because we want you to again, you know, you want to spread this. We think we're gonna keep adding on and creating and transforming this show. And we really want the audience. We really want to build up because we want to share our fun and laughter and silliness and but real conversations, you know, like real stuff. And you know how so far, if you've been tuning in, you know that we've talked about some really heavy stuff. We still will. Today is all about just being silly. We're going to talk about stupid expressions, you know, make fun of them. And we want you to include your expressions on there. So, you know, make sure that you tap into the comment section and write some expressions that you know, also known as idioms. I want to shout out to Ephraim's on. Ephraim is saying, love you girls. Love you too.
You're back, Ephraim.
We're going to be, so he's going to be our guest on Thursday's show. So we might as well say that right now. And that show is going to be on food and sex. So God only knows where that's going to go. So that should be a very interesting show. And okay, Margie, do you want to talk about like what's setting our attention for today? What do you want to do?
Well, yeah, I wanted to go bring it back to coffee. One of the things that I said during our first show, because drinking coffee to some people is just something you do, and to others it's like breathing, especially first thing in the morning, and it invokes a lot of childhood memories. It just invokes like strength for the day. And I don't think coffee is addictive, especially I just think it's just part of your culture, whether you're born into it or whether it was created, you know, into your adult life. It becomes like breathing, I would say, especially first thing in the morning. So like to enjoy your taza de café, whether you're doing it alone or whether you're doing it in company of somebody that your energies just hug and kiss without you realizing it. It's a gathering of family. It's a fiesta, a belonging. Café con leche is a staple, and every emotion reason to gather, to celebrate, to console, to simply converse. Coffee next to music is life. Well, a good cup of coffee, because we're not going to go into what's not. So it's like, and I'm going to share again, I walked 500 miles from France through Spain, and I stopped in every village. And when I tell you that I would reach my destination late every day, was because I literally stopped in every village that I walked through for just to taste their coffee. And it wasn't until the very end, like anything, right? When you reach the end of your journey, and then you're like, that's when I reached the place that had my perfect café con leche. So enjoy your coffee. Love everything that comes with that fresh brewed morning cup of coffee, because it sets the mode, it sets the intention. When you enjoy that great cup of coffee, it's setting the intention that all is well with the world. You go out there, you get to work, you do what you got to do. You're driving, you're noticing the flowers blooming, the trees, the branches dancing in the wind. You notice all of that because your intentions for the day was set with your senses being awakened, your smell, your taste buds, all the way. If anyone is like me, that first sip of your hot cup of coffee is like you feel it dancing all the way down into your stomach. Yes, that's café con leche for me. I hope that you can, if you're joining, it's the same thing with you. Like, I know when I was in Connecticut, I would make coffee every morning, and it got to the point where Frank would just wait. My brother-in-law, where's my coffee? Or he'll come home from work. Where's my coffee? Because that's also like a welcoming home. And that's like your armor when you're leaving first thing out the door in the morning. You have that cup of coffee. And there's nothing better than your homemade cup of coffee before you set out with anything.
Yeah, I agree with you. For a while, I used to, when I was working outside of my house, I used to, not make coffee. And then I would stop at like, Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, whenever it was on the way. And then I started to get cheap. Like, honestly, I just wanted to save money. And I started to just buy my coffee. But then I started to experiment with coffees. And I was like, you know what? I actually like brewing my own coffee better. And it's not that I don't like, I bought Dunkin' Donuts brewed coffee, like to brew at home. So it's not like I had a thing against any particular like Starbucks or anything like that. I would buy all of their coffee, but I would just make it at home. And until I found the right brands that I liked specifically. But yeah, there is. I agree with you. I agree that there's something special for me and for you that some people know. Some people love they just go, and their day to start with their coffee is literally going to the place to get their coffee. And that's part of their ritual too, which is really, I love that too. I mean, I respect that. I think that's great, Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question though. You absolutely have to start your day with coffee, right? That's who you are. So sex, coffee. So if you had the opportunity to have sex first before the coffee, or do you have to have your coffee before sex?
Wow, sex seems
like, are you getting poked and saying like, let's get busy, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I gotta go make my coffee first, I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Oh no, it depends. Like, remember, sex is before you get out of bed. I'm talking about the first thing when you get out of bed.
Okay, all right. So there's,
so
so you're not saying that you have to like actually, make the coffee. And okay, I gotcha.
No. So again, yeah, with the coffee, this is Viva Cafe con Leche, and that's what it's all about. It's the coffee.
I like how you changed the subject. That was really.
Oh well, because why are you gonna get my endorphins going, and then I have nothing. But what does it mean to me? Coffee to me is quality time well spent with my spirit or with the people that I love. Like my Titi Dali, when I'm in Connecticut, it was always, you're going to come over for coffee talk and tires. A cup of coffee, she would slice up the cheddar cheese in chunks, and then we had the crackers with the butter. And then we would talk about everything. And so that's what just fills you with joy, right? That you're enjoying your favorite cup of coffee, but that you're also all like laughing and sharing memories, and it doesn't matter what time of day when that happens. So yeah. And I'm a morning person. So
And listen, you brought up a good point too, is, share, everybody has their coffee story. Like if they're having their solo cup of coffee by themselves for their moment by themselves in the morning, or if they're sharing it with people. But what accompanies your coffee too? So like you said, the crackers with the butter, and that's very, like, right, Puerto Ricans especially, don't they put crackers in the coffee sometimes?
that's disgusting to me, but my cousin Iris does
But,
that.
but that's common though. You might not like it, but that's not uncommon.
Yeah, it is common. For myself, in the morning, it just has to be my coffee.
Yeah.
The crackers and the cheese is when I go somewhere for coffee talk.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but at home,
especially.
At home, no, there's no foreplay. There's
And
nothing.
That's a good point too. So if you went to coffee talk with family or friends in the morning, what you have is different than if you did like Italians love to do after dinner coffee. So like you eat your dinner and then you make the coffee. Well, I mean, I guess it's an American thing too. You have the cake or whatever. And so I always remember coffee, especially in the afternoon or dinner time, like after everybody eats their dinner, that you have coffee and then maybe espresso, because we do that as well. But there's always like the Italian cookies and the pastries. There's always like cake or something to accompany it with,
Yeah, after dinner, yeah, we have like us, we could have flan. There's always leche. There's always something with that. But no, even if I go to somebody's house like first thing in the morning, it's just coffee. After that initial medicinal part of the coffee for my soul, and then I can have something to eat. But normally I'm just, it's just me and my coffee. Whether we're in the big crowd or big gathering, it's just me and my coffee. That connection is a one-on-one. Because that's my love for Café con Leche. All right, so let me get some shout-outs before we start. Francia, good morning, Reina. Lillian, buenos dias, Reina. You have Iritza, my cousin Iris that I was talking. My Aunt Dolly's on, bendición.
Hi, Aunt Dolly.
And Nancy Green.
Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy says, yep, I remember that too. Cookies and coffee. She was referring to you. Yep, so they're all on. My aunt says she misses that too, so she heard me say that. Yep, coffee talk.
Nancy, was Nancy the one that got me to my over 700, my 700 mark on Facebook?
Yes.
Pity again. Listen, the pity worked for Thursday because I'm now at 701 followers on my business Facebook page. So my goal is to break 1,000. Let's see. So let's set that intention. My intention is to break 1,000 for I don't know, what month is this? So I don't know, by midsummer. Is that like, and it's strictly, it's not about the numbers for me as far as like, I don't care. It's more business Facebook pages, like, right. With, Margarita, it's like, it's about getting yourself out there for your business, so I could care less about the personal page necessarily, but it's the business one. So yeah, throw me more pity follows and likes.
He said, I got you.
Thanks, Nancy. I was so excited. I sent the picture and I sent it to Mark. And look what Nancy did. She got me to 700. I'm so thrilled. So, okay. So we're setting the intention today. I'm so itchy. Like I keep scratching my face.
Yes, the intentions, just real quick for those who just came on, send us for today, Tuesday, June, whatever, your selfie with your mug or just your mug. Hashtag Taza de Café Challenge, hashtag Viva Cafe con Leche. Let's go viral, mi gente. Let's just do this. Right. And all of you come with us because you've been with us since day one.
That's right. And we can't wait for the moment when Margie and I are actually together physically to where we actually do the broadcast next to each other. That's going to be exciting. Whether we do it down in Florida or we do it up back in Connecticut, or we just let's pick a place. Let's just go to Puerto Rico and we'll do it there, or we'll just go to like some Caribbean place or whatever. I'm up for it. So whenever you want to do it we'll do a tour. Oh my God, we'll do a Viva Cafe con Leche tour, and then we'll broadcast. And here's the best part: we don't even have to be in the same place. Like if you go out of state or out of the country, you could broadcast from there, and I can be broadcasting from another part. That would be really exciting. So we could actually do that. See, the virtual world allows for this. We could be broadcasting from 2 different areas, not the current areas that we're in. So, I just thought that's a good idea, right? That's for us. Okay, so let's talk about these okay, so what happened was, the reason we decided to come up with this idea, it was just, once again, one of our conversations, and one of us said an expression, and we both, and the other person was like, what is that? Like, where did that even come from? Like, where did that expression even come from? And then we started to make fun of it, and we both thought, oh my God, that would be such a fantastic topic to talk about expressions, because also known as idioms, they're also called idioms. And I have a list, Margie has a list, and Margie, you also have a list in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to share. So we're going to kind of go back and forth. We're going to kind of talk about them, what they actually mean, what makes them funny. We're going to make fun of them. And you add to your comment section if you come up with one that we haven't mentioned. We do have a pretty good list, but there's so many of them. I mean, there's so many of them. So do you want to start? What do you got?
Go ahead.
The first one on my list is shit-eating grin. First of all, that just sounds absolutely disgusting anyway. And it's basically saying, so shit-eating grin means you have the specific look on your face because you have this grin on your face because you're up to something. But I'm thinking, like, if you're up to something that in your mind is good, what would a shit-eating grin look like? Like, if you literally ate shit, would you be grinning at all? Like, I don't, right? Think about that. Like, why would you even be grinning with shit in your mouth? Oh, this is so good. Like, that's not what you would do. You wouldn't grin at all, right? And like, that's what I'm thinking. I can't put my finger on it. What are you putting your finger on? Like, there's so many ways that you can go with that. Like, what are you putting? Like, I don't even, I don't know. That's kind of nasty. I can't put I don't want to put my finger on it either. I don't know. What do you got? What do you have?
I'm gonna just go. I'm not gonna go in order on my list. But how about when it's a Spanish one? Es un arroz con culo.
Culo means butt, right?
Yeah, ass. It's rice with ass, which means like it's a hot mess. It's chaotic. Es un arroz con culo. It's like, everything.
The literal translation is rice with ass.
Mm-hmm.
Literal translation.
It's rice with ass. Yes, es un arroz con culo. Who remembers that out there?
So you're a hot mess if you have rice on your ass? Is that what it's saying?
I don't even know how, like, why arroz is mixed with culo when arroz is such a staple in our menus. But yeah, that one. The other one is quita y pon. Like when you're walking by or you're looking at one of your kids or something, you're like, quita y pon. That's when you wear an outfit like 3 days in a row. Like you take it off, you put it on, you take it off, you put it on. It's a quita y pon.
So what is it? So do you have a more literal translation or more of an English translation?
Yeah, wearing the same clothes. Like
take wearing the same clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my third one, we'll do 3 each if you want. Te peina o te hace rolo. Te peina o te hace rolo. That's like you're going to brush your hair, you're going to do rollers. But all it ends up with is make a decision already. Did you make a decision? So that's what you say when somebody keeps chewing on something and they don't make a decision, but they keep throwing it back and forth. And you're like, te peina o te hace rolo. Like, shut up already and get it done. Make a decision. I've always loved that one since I was little.
I've got to say that from somebody who's, American, like English speaking, there's something about expressions in another language that just make it so much more powerful. I don't know if it's just the way the expression goes, because Italians have the same thing. It's like there's certain Italian expressions, and it's not saying that American expressions don't have, emotion to it. It's just that you see a lot more arm movements with Hispanic. Like, what's the one? So I remember this just from being in my office all the time. When you're saying hurry up in Spanish, it's
Avanza.
yeah, avanza, right? That's and then and let's go. There's another one, right? What's let's go in
Vámonos.
Vámonos. Well, yeah, no, there was something else.
Avanza. I don't know. Let me
Okay,
see.
but avanza, like it's like, I mean, I guess we could say that in English. Come on, let's go. But it just sounds so much better in Spanish. Like it just sounds so much better. Okay.
What Spanish though?
What?
What Spanish? What culture? You're talking about the Puerto Ricans?
But that's Puerto Rican.
Different. Yeah,
Puerto Rican, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. When I say Spanish, I basically mean Puerto Rican, because that's all I've been around are Puerto Ricans mainly. And, I haven't been, I mean, I've been around a lot of other cultures, but that's the one that I keep hearing the expressions with. So, all right. So kill two birds with one stone. So that one was designed, that's an expression that means that, that whatever you're doing, like you're going to do it faster and easier. So you get it done, and over with quicker. But that's horrible. Like, right. Killing two birds with one stone. And how easy is it to kill two birds with one stone, really? Like, could you really kill two birds with one stone, like in one shot? But it's awful. Like, it's an awful expression. Ass backwards. Ass backwards. So you're doing that ass backwards. You're not doing it, you're doing it the wrong way. So you're walking backwards and you see your ass. So that's ass backwards. That's like you're making it harder. I don't know. I actually like that expression. I love ass backwards. I think it's a funny expression. Proof is in the pudding. What pudding and what's in there? Are we going through pudding? Like, look in there? Like, really, where does that one come from? Proof is in the pudding.
What's his name? I can't even remember his name. The pudding guy.
You talking about the comedian?
Yeah.
Isn't his name taboo to say?
No, I don't remember it.
It was the one that got arrested. It's oh my God, I can't believe Cosby.
Yes.
Let's not talk about that. Okay. My last one is a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. To me, that one sounds dirty. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. First of all, so what it's supposed to mean is that if you even though you have one bird in one hand, that there's two in the bush, that it's harder to get the two in the bush. You have one in the hand, so it's equal. But still, like, is it such a grand thing to have? Why are birds so important here? Were birds traded at one point, like as like, right?
Well, maybe the pigeons that they're talking about.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Okay, your turn.
All right. I did put them in order. Hold on. Se ahoga en un vaso de agua. Like someone who can't do shit, who's just hopeless. Like he'll drown in a cup of water. That's what it is. Se ahoga en un vaso de agua. Let me tell you something. I had Iris up last night with me going through this. That my aunt at 1 o'clock in the morning said, "Can I be dismissed?" So se ahoga en un vaso de agua is somebody who can't do shit. Like he's such an idiot that you're like, he'll drown in a glass of water. Like, how is that possible? But yeah.
Well, actually, wait a minute. You just brought up another one. In English, either you can't do shit or you don't know shit. Do you who really wants to know shit? So it's like, to me, I don't think that's an insult. right? If they're saying you don't know shit, okay, I'm okay with that. Like, seriously, I'm good with that. I don't want to know it. Okay, keep going. You have two more to go.
Si fuera mudo, explota. That's, and you know how like we say, like you said, with the passion, you know, that's like when you say something and somebody's so quick to react, they're quick to say something. Like if you're like, you know, who ate my pudding? I didn't. Those.
The proof is in there. The proof is in the pudding. Who ate it?
Si fuera mudo, explota means if you were mute, you would have exploded with that quick reaction. Si fuera mudo, explota.
We're mute. Poor mute people. Good morning, Nan. Nan is on this morning. All right, you have one more, right?
Yeah.
I like the Spanish ones better than the English ones. Keep going. You can read the whole time.
This one, I don't know if I wrote it all the way right, but el que no tiene dinga, se mandinga.
Ding.
just write the sound of it. El que no tiene dinga, tiene mandinga. And I was cracking up when I was writing these. And that's someone who always has an issue, who stays stuck in the problem and never finds a solution.
I just want to memorize that because just the word dingo makes me. What does dingo mean? It's so fun.
Dinga, it's just I don't know. I'm thinking it's just a phrase, but it's just like el que no tiene dinga tiene mandinga. That's like another. Every time I see you, you got an issue.
Oh my God, that one's funny. That was just the word. I love that word. That's going to be my word today. I'm just going to say dinga. Okay. It's on the tip of my tongue. That's when you say when you can't think of the word and it's on the tip of your tongue.
Oh, but then they'll do this. Look, because I'm one for it. It's right here.
Yeah. Hey, look. Yeah, and that's always attractive. That's just what you want to see. The When pigs fly. Okay, so when pigs fly means that it's never going to happen. And thank God, because I don't think I'd ever want to see a pig fly. I know what comes out of a pig, and could you imagine them flying overhead and like hitting your car? It's not like a bird, let's put it that way. It's bad enough when you get bird crap on your car. Could you imagine pig crap on your car? And
yeah, but I remember using that a lot. Like when my kids were little and they were asked for stuff, like, yeah, whatever.
But why pigs? Like what was it about the pig that got that expression? Why couldn't say when cows fly? Why couldn't they say when, chickens, well, no, chickens do fly. They fly a little bit at least. They don't fly a lot, but why not like when goats fly, when horses fly? What's so special about the pig? See, that's the other thing is who got like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Why? What's so special about the bird? Okay, so when pigs fly, put a sock in it. So put a sock in it is to tell you to stop talking. But just the idea, like just the visual on that, to me is so bothersome. Put a sock in it. Is it a clean sock? Is it like a dirty sock? Is it meant to be a dirty sock? Like, does that add to it? But it's also disturbing, right? Could you just visualize somebody talking and then you shove a sock in their mouth? I don't know, like that's a bothersome expression to me. Put a sock in it. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so you said put a sock in it, right? And then and then what does it mean?
It means to stop talking.
And that sounds so nice because then now you have the Ebonics one, the inner city one that says, yeah, keep talking, which means you better shut the fuck up right now because something's about to go down if you keep talking. So keep talking. Go ahead. I want you to keep talking. Like that used to be my favorite one.
Put sock in it is less
aggressive.
Yes. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the nicer version.
Yes, that means to just shut up. But keep talking is like I'm the next thing that comes out of your mouth. I'm pounding you. Okay, what do you got?
Estás más jalado que un timbre de la guagua.
Okay.
So with
I don't know what you're saying.
You're like, okay, okay.
Translate, babe.
Está más jalado que un timbre de la guagua. Okay, imagine when you would ride the bus back in the day. They didn't have the buzzer. They had
the pull string, right?
Yes. So when you see somebody who's looking a hot mess, then you compare it to that. That after years of being pulled, what does that rope look like? So that's what they're saying. Oh my God, look at you. You look awful. You look worse than what is it? The pull string and a bus that has been dirty, it's been touched by everybody. It's
hanging low.
Out. Yeah. You
Oh
look
my
like shit. And alábate pollo que mañana te guisan.
Okay, what's that?
That's how you would say it. Alábate pollo que mañana te guisan. That's like a very conceited person, a very stuck-up person. That
look at your face. Your face is changing as you're saying it.
And they look down on you like they're better. They walk away like, you know how the chickens walk, all proud and everything.
Yeah.
Alábate pollo que mañana te guisan. It just means like, yeah, love on yourself because tomorrow we're going to cook your ass.
In English, stick up your ass. That would be.
Yeah. So that's
stick up your ass. Think about that. See, we're thinking of extra stuff as we go on. Stick up my ass wasn't, or stick up your ass wasn't on the.
Well, Beatty wrote something. She wrote, nip it in the butt.
Well, technically that expression is nip it in the bud, but it's often.
Yeah, she did B-U-D, and then she wrote B-U-T-T. She wasn't sure.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people say, nip it in the butt. I used to think that's what it was, but it's bud, meaning like cut the bud off like a flower, like a rose, and just end it, like nip it in the bud. I like nip it in the butt better, personally. But and that was a good one. Thank you for sharing that. We want you guys to share stuff. So I know it's your turn, but stick up your ass. Like, seriously, that's awful. Like, that person's walking around with a stick up their ass. Does anybody ever really, somebody try this, although we're taking no responsibility for this. But put a stick up your ass and then walk and see if you walk around like you're conceited. Right, because I don't think so. I don't think they would ever have a face on like they're all that. I think if they had to stick up their ass and they're walking, I think the face that they're gonna have on is like. Oh.
But see, I use that expression like when somebody has an attitude, when they're like moody. Yeah. No, when they're like moody or they're cranky or take that stick out your ass. Like nobody got to deal with your nonsense. That's how I take it.
but still, that face, they're not going to have the face on that person would have on. I think, and how big is the stick? I mean, is it a little stick? Is it a big stick? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
How about all twisted up like a salty pretzel? That's one of my favorites. I wrote about it. It's in my book. What does that translate to you? If I were to say, oh my God, I'm all twisted up like a salty pretzel.
It's kind of like a hot mess, I guess, right? Or no? Or is it your bothering you?
It's emotional.
Oh.
It's mental. It's like instead of your thought process doing this, it's all like this.
Okay.
Like I'm all discombobulated. I can't think straight. My attitude isn't right. So yeah, all twisted up like. So because I say that to people, and they'll look at me like they don't understand what I'm saying. And I'm like, picture a pretzel. It's all intertwined, and then throw salt on it.
Okay, the salt is, I was going to say, so other words, an unsalted pretzel doesn't get the credit. It's like.
No.
You're only twisted, but it's the salt that adds okay, I gotcha. All right, I'm with.
One more before I forget. When somebody's talking to you and it just sounds too good to be true, and you're like, are you blowing smoke up my ass? I know you've heard that.
Somebody please try this. The visual on that just alone. Yes, I am. I'm really, bend over. Let me take a puff and I'm going to blow smoke up your ass. Do you feel it? I mean, are you blowing smoke up my, yes, I am. Like, I really am blowing smoke up your, like, how does that even equate to what that expression means? What are you blowing smoke up? Well, I guess it means because, you wouldn't do that. But
you're lying. That's like, are you lying? Like, you're telling me dreams or.
Right.
because the first time I used that, but the first time I ever used it on Eric, he was telling, he was, you know, coming up with with us moving, because he had this house he owned as a rental, and then we were renting another house, and he's like, well, my tenant's moving out, we'll move there, we can save this, blah 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 blah. And it just sounded so good. I said, are you blowing smoke up my ass or what? Are we gonna do this? And he just like looked at me, and I said, what is it? He goes, what does that mean? It doesn't even sound nice. But then you got to remember, Eric grew up here in the South, we're from up north, so we had communication issues for like a good year until we finally, like, he thought I was always insulting him. And I thought he was too slow with whatever the hell he was saying. Like, so yeah, we had issues. We had issues for like a good year, but that was a good one. Are you blowing smoke?
Oh my God, blow smoke. Well, listen, so if you're blowing smoke up somebody's ass, that means that you're not being, you know, that it's not real, it's not true, it can't possibly.
It sounds too good to be true.
To be true. So if any one of you over this next few days get somebody to let you blow smoke up their ass, then you will make that expression invalid. Because then you could say, yes, I've actually blown smoke up somebody's ass, right? Technically speaking? Okay. We're almost out of time and we still have like this ridiculous list.
Are we?
Yeah, it's like quarter of, so we must have been talking way too long in the beginning. Okay, so what do you have? What else do you have?
I want to send a shout out to Peru being in the house. Maria Pila,
Nice.
a friend of ours from Peru, is watching. Hola, Maria. Saliste de Guatemala para meterte en Guatapeón.
I don't even know what you said, but it's like powerful.
Okay, so you know, we use this for like somebody who breaks up with someone who's an asshole, and then they go for like the triple asshole. So we're like, oh, salite de, you know, Guatemala is a country, right? But Guatemala is whatever mala means bad.
Yeah.
So it's saying you left, let's say just Guata is the person. Mala to go with something worse. So instead of saying that, saliste de Guatemala para meterte en Guatapeón. Okay? And that's how we would say it. And if anybody from my family's out there, tell me I'm not lying. That's what we say when we hear somebody, what? Yeah. A shout out to my cousin Toji who's on. Hola prima. But yeah, I love that one. I hate to hear it. Like if somebody were to say it to me, that goes like a partner, a job, if you leave a good job, and then you go and work for like minimum wage. That's just a phrase to say, are you stupid or what?
Yes, he's on. Hi, Cassandra. And I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm glad you're on. And she's thrown up some little flying emojis, which, by the way, we love the flying emojis. So feel free to throw them all up. Anybody that's watching, the hearts, whatever you got, the little laps, that would be great. She is such a sweetie pie. I miss you, girl. I hope you're doing okay. You have more? Because I've got like this ridiculous list. We might have to do this in 2 parts, you know, like do a second part to this at some point.
Yeah, I have one. Sarna con gusto no pica.
Okay, I got pica.
Sarna is, you know, that skin disease the dogs get, that they lose their hair and it's like a patch of rash, and it's like because they were in the dirt or something. So they're saying if you do it with gumph, then it's not going to itch you that much. Like, if you're going to go out there and make a mess out of yourself, but you're doing it with desire and gusto, then it's not going to itch as bad. And that's you see? Sorry.
So it's not going to be not that bad of a rash.
No, because you enjoyed it.
I gotcha.
And después que me pican, lloran. After you cut me, you want to cry. That's somebody who's done you wrong. And then they regret it.
Yeah.
Right? You must have something.
That's actually a good one. That's actually a real relatable one.
Yeah, and you say it with sarcasm. See, the reason I love them in Spanish is because they all say with such sarcasm and pizzazz at the same time, you know? Like whoever's hearing you say it to them, they're like, oh shit, here she goes. You know, but then you laugh afterwards because the passion that's put behind it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, it's scary.
Like, wait, when somebody comes up with you with the same thing, and they keep making the same mistake, you're like, cada loco con su tema, cada loco con su tema.
Listen, I gotta tell you, from coming from a white girl over here, if I see, you know, that, like, whenever I'm around my Hispanic friends and I start seeing that and hearing because I don't speak Spanish completely, they could be talking about the flowers in their garden and that it's a lovely day outside, but the minute they start doing that, I'm like, oh, what are they talking about? So it's very scary sometimes. Like our expressions, like American expressions, there's some of them are just so stupid and they have like no emotion behind it. Like I love that. It's like you guys are always like this, you know, you're always like, and like you said, very sarcastic. It's not saying that we don't have sarcastic sayings. It's just that these real white type of expressions, like cock and bull story. The cock and bull story means that it's like you're full of shit. It's not like it's just, but a cock and bull. Again, with the like, what is so special about the cock? Well, we'll save that for another conversation, I guess. Or eager beaver. Sorry. You're an eager beaver. Some might say yes, they are, but they're not meaning it in that way. They're eager for beaver? No, we won't, that'll be another conversation too. But you're an eager beaver. It's all these animals get this, like, you guys, you don't have a lot of animal expression. Well, maybe you do, but maybe you just didn't pick them. Hold your horses. That can't even be, it's not even relatable anymore because nobody has a horse and carriage. Hold your horses. They're like, so what can we switch with that? You know, hold your motorcycle, hold your car.
Well, it's like don't cry over spilt milk. That phrase was probably coined when people would milk their cows. So if you spilled the milk, you were crying, and now you had to wait for her to produce more. That's not valid today, but it's true. Like, don't cry over spilled milk. That's disgusting to me because milk is just like blah. But yeah, those are ones that are old, that has just been passed on through generations and generations.
And they're not out yet. They're not out yet. By the skin of your teeth. So that's saying that you just got by, like you barely finished something, you barely succeeded by the skin of your teeth. So it makes no sense anyway because there's no skin on teeth. So that doesn't, and bite the dust. Bite the dust is totally different. So bite the dust means that you died. You bit the dust, you died.
You died.
Do you eat dust when you die? I don't think so.
No.
Are you biting anything when you, like, right? Pick a bone with someone.
Yeah, pick a bone.
See, that could be dirty too. You know, that's what we should do. The next time we should do expressions that could be that seem dirty, but they're not.
Innuendos, with sexual innuendos.
Right, but sexual innuendos do have that dirtiness to them. But some expressions, like eager beaver, cock and bull story, pick a bone with someone, they sound dirty. And how do you?
But depending how you, in what sentence or in scenario that you're saying it can be a sexual innuendo.
You know, of course. But
yeah,
you pick a bone with somebody. And what bone are you picking?
For those who just came on, we are doing stupid expressions.
Yes.
In English and in Spanish.
Yes.
Because Janet came on. Hello, sister. Yeah, my friend from Peru said, perro que ladran no muerden, meaning a dog that barks don't bite. And that's always referring to people.
And that's in English too. We have that in English, right? They're all like a dog. So say it again. It's a dog that barks.
Perro que ladra no muerde.
And in English we would say they're all bark and no bite. So it's not the same. So all bark and no bite is they're all talk.
No action. Yeah. Talk, no action.
It's the same thing.
Sit down already. Sit down. You're giving me a headache. Sit down. But yeah, and then there's one that says, cuando no es Pascua en diciembre? Like if somebody asks you a stupid question, cuando no es Pascua en diciembre? And you keep going. Meaning, when when is there no Christmas in December? You know, so and I love them because of the sarcasm, because I speak sarcasm.
Yes, you do. That's your third language.
And the passion that goes behind it. Like, we use so much energy to tell somebody off.
Exactly.
In an idiom.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Which is probably safer for the person. You know, there's my last one that I'll say, because we are running out of time, is my favorite one because I hate it. Does that make sense to you?
Okay.
I've heard it all my life. I hear it when somebody passes away. I hear it when something's not going right. And I'm like, give me the freaking instructions, because one of my greatest strengths and my deepest flaw is that I have no patience. So then I get overwhelmed, right? And then I'm like, then I just get all twisted up like a salty pretzel. And it is, dale tiempo al tiempo. Give time its time. And time's not my friend, because no matter what I'm going through, what I'm grieving, what I'm celebrating, time keeps going. And if you're not up on it, it's gonna leave you behind. So if you give time, and I know it's true, you know, I know it's true. The more time goes by, it's not that the pain lessens, but it stretches. The time stretches, so you're feeling it with more stuff, so you're not constantly right there. But that's one of that'll be my last one for today.
Where are we on time anyway? Let me see.
Si te pica es por algo, my cousin wrote. If it itches, it's for a reason.
Ain't that the truth? And they have cream for that most of the time.
My sister, did I say hello to Janet, my cousin Carmen, to Biggie? Thank you for coming on.
Good morning.
So yeah, I had a great time. I had a great time laughing. So if everybody enjoyed it, let us know. Write the comments. Keep writing your phrases, your refranes, your dichos, and then so we can do another part, and then maybe we can do it on a Thursday and have a guest or two guests. You get an American and I'll get a Puerto Rican, and then it'll be like let's do this. So yeah. So that's a call out to Pilar if you want to be on the show from Peru, Doji, Biggie. I mean, whoever, just send it to us that you would like to be on. I think that would be amazing, because you know what? I laughed a lot today. Like my funny bone was tickled. Yes, so. You know, and if anybody remembers, for anybody online.
Funny bone, right? You hit your funny bone on the elbow. That's right, because that's the expression too. Like if you bash your elbow and you get that tingly feeling down here, you hit your funny bone. That's not
funny.
My funny bone. That's what they say. So the funny bone is here. So that means that if you are having a lousy day, just tickle your funny bone. Right? Okay, yeah, show your book. So,
but no, what I wanted to put is, if you own the book, I was gonna say something. Totally. Oh, and you haven't, because let me tell you something. For people who have purchased their books on Amazon or received it from me, and they send their selfies with it, you do not know how that's like winning the lotto every time I see one of those. And you know, the beauty of it, every time I see my cover, it's like, oh my God, that's beautiful. It's mine. You know, that sort of thing.
I love the cover.
Yes.
I love it.
So send that your selfie with your taza de café challenge. Hashtag taza de café challenge.
Yep.
Hashtag, yeah, or just a mug, and that's what we've been getting a lot of. And tomorrow I'm gonna post, whether I posted it or not, I'm going to get the names under every picture. everybody who has posted their selfie, their mug so far, because that's how we're gonna keep the score. I have them all saved, so everybody's name for how many mugs they've sent. So
And
hashtag Casa de Café.
the gift card. The gift card, if you share the show with all your friends that you know, share the show with your friends that you know, you will receive a $25 gift card. The one who shares the most, I guess, let's say we'll either do 2 or 3 week time period. So we started this last Thursday, right?
Yes.
And then, so we'll go like a couple more weeks, like the end of next week, right? Does that sound reasonable? But that would be 2 weeks. So we'll see. It's either 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Whoever shares the most, we could win a $25 gift card from, we should know this. This is terrible. From where's the?
From Argenis Torres.
Argenis Torres.
Elite Empire Bullies. Okay, I'm so sorry, Henny and Tiff, if I'm saying this wrong. Please forgive me.
I know, and we need to just have that like have
Yeah, I need it right here.
Unprepared. We were unprepared.
And since this show's about being real and being honest, I'm telling you, I'm having the logo made. I put it out there because I want the perfect logo made. And it's proving quite yeah, and maybe I'm just not in the right place. So yeah, because I want the logo to be round. Lori and I want it to be round so that when you do put it on your cup, it's just simple. You know, nothing all big, because the same logo is going to be bigger on the shirts and some other things we have coming up. So please be patient. It is coming. And that will be one of our giveaway gifts for whatever, as well as for purchase. So yes, stay tuned.
Yes, I'm confident. I can't wait to see it. I think you're going to do a fabulous job. So
if anybody's a graphic designer out there that's listening, hit me up, please.
And hit us up for free. We'll give you a No. We'll talk about that. People deserve to be paid for their services. So let's just give a little lineup. So Thursday's show is on food and sex. So we don't know where that's going to go. Our friend Ephraim is going to be back on the show, so it ought to be interesting. And you know how lively he is. So that one, you know, we always have a disclaimer. We never know what's going to come out of our mouths. And it is, you know, we do swear. So especially for that show, please make sure there are no young children within earshot, because that one is probably going to be pretty risque. So that being said, also coming up, I know we're out of time, but I just want to say a couple things. So I think it's this Saturday, right? This Saturday, I haven't posted it yet, but this Saturday coming, we're doing a book reading for Margarita on my channel. Her friends Lillian and Francia hosted it 2 other times on Lillian's channel. And we want to keep going with this too. This is like the book tour. So because she can't do a tour because of social distancing, we're doing a Facebook book tour. So if anybody would like to invite Margarita to read from her book and do a little half-hour book signing tour, a remote book signing, you know, shout out to Margie on her Facebook channel, and or message her, and then just, you know, let's keep it going. You know, let's, like a normal tour would be. Like it would just last for a few months, and she would go from book place to book place, but we're going to do it virtually.
That's right. Hey, you know, I'm cheap. I'm a cheap trick. I travel. But wait, I just real quick before we leave, my Delilah Sanchez, I love that name, says, love you and Lori, enjoyed it very much. Keep it up, better than The View. LOL. And then
we figured
Carmen Grand Diva, because she is a diva, Hernandez says that sounds exciting, what we were promoting. And Irita says, better than Wendy. How you doing? LOL. So thank you, because we value all the comments, even the ones that are constructive, because it helps us better ourselves going forward. We don't have all the answers. We don't know, you know, we don't have the clues or the answers to many things, but this is why the tribe has been created. So let's just do this.
Correct. We are perfectly imperfect, all of us. And if we just decide that is the truth, then we will all be much happier individuals because we will cherish, we will be in honor of our imperfections, which are fabulous, by the way, absolutely fabulous. So, okay, great. So if you want to connect with us, you can connect on here on my Facebook channel, is Dr. Lori Monaco. My Instagram is Align Yourself Inc. And Margie's Instagram is, Margie, you have, and give Facebook and Instagram and blog real quickly. So if people want to reach out and contact you and follow you.
Facebook, Margarita Chapman-Rodriguez. Instagram is Cricket Whisper, Cricket, no S, Whisper, or Margarita de Margarita on Instagram. And my blog is Goddess Savvy, that blog.
Yep.
Web page coming soon.
Yes, great. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. And remember, be you, be real, and be extraordinary.
Yes, mi gente, you have a beautiful morning. And remember, throughout your day, when things seem a little rocky, breathe in the beauty and breathe out the bullshit. Namaste.
And Elvis has left the building. Bye, everybody.
I love that one.